Hey Taos, New Mexico. This is Harrison Blackman, intern reporter with the Taos News, and here's your Cliff's Notes to what we've got in store for you in this week's paper. In news, reporter Jesse Moya takes a look at the New Mexico Department of Transportation's Taos Congestion Relief Study, with a particular view regarding the potential future status of the intersection of Los Pandos and Paseo del Pueblo Sur in front of Smith's grocery store. You know the intersection I'm talking about. Also regarding development in town, Moya will look into progress of the restoration of the Don Fernando Hotel, an initiative led by Jay Batra, the developer of the controversial 4-story Holiday Inn Hotel project. On the crime beat this week, reporter John Miller takes a look at the summer ahead, a time when warmer temperatures invite Taoseños to enjoy the great outdoors, barbecues and ball games, music festivals, and mountain hiking. But there's a darker side to the sunny summer months, as criminal activity also tends to rise. Interim Taos Police Chief David Maggio said that the number of home and car burglaries in particular see an upward trend from late spring through the end of summer. Make sure to read our coverage this week as we shed light on one of the most mystifying forms of crime in the country, with input from local law enforcement. And the search continues for a new Town of Taos Police Chief. Last week, we provided an update on the ongoing selection process. This week, we provide a deeper look at the 6 semifinalists who have made it to the next round. There's an interesting variety of internal and external candidates with some surprising credentials, so don't miss out on the opportunity to check out your list of prospective police chiefs this week. One of our stories began 2 weeks ago when an organic farmer in Dixon was driving up the canyon when she saw a white, state-owned truck slowly spraying the side of the road with a cloud of chemicals. This farmer discovered the New Mexico Highway Department was spraying Roundup, along with 2 other herbicides as part of a regular effort to control noxious weeds. Reporter Cody Hooks took a look at the state's herbicide program and what it means for concerned locals and communities along the Rio Grande. More on that Thursday. In history, last week in the Taos News Archives, I took you through some of the fascinating stories of years past, including a terrifying lightning strike, a French cyclist's globetrotting journey, and Taos's first contact with the hippies in 1967. And this week, we've got a story about the troubled Cabresto Dam project from 10 years ago, a curious anatomy class from 25 years ago, and the visit of an esteemed Spanish intellectual 50 years to this date. In sports, we've got an interesting story about how grapplers from Taos's own martial arts studio, Defendu Academy, traveled to Albuquerque for the North American Grappling Association Championship. Sports editor Arsenio Trujillo will also have a commentary for the Citizens Advisory Council for Strong at Heart, so keep an eye out for that. In lifestyles this week, we're back in the kitchen with a feature about the ever-popular Guadalajara grill chef and our own foodie, Lucy Herman, who has experimented with solar oven cooking. She finds it a cool way to make some delicious fare in the hot summer. We also have a story in Spanish and English about a group of Taos teens who are learning to train dogs to help disabled veterans and other people through Assistance Dogs of the West. It's Powwow weekend in Taos, and Tempo magazine is on it. The 32nd annual Taos Pueblo Powwow, a gathering of Native nations, takes place July 7th through the 9th. In addition, we're covering the panel discussion on portraits as art at the Harwood Museum, this week's Taos Plaza live show featuring Isaac Aragon, the Coalescence Festival at Taos Mesa Brewing, and a whole lot more. And in the weather, the National Weather Service reports highs in the upper 80s for the next few days, the chances of scattered thunderstorms over the course of the week. That's just about the big things, Taos. As always, there's even more in Thursday's edition of your friendly community newspaper. Adios and goodbye.